Lucifer was born on the primary or second day of creation, forged at the epicenter of the extraordinary explosion, the enormous blast, known as "Let There Be Light." He was born adjacent to the stars and next to other angels, having seen near up the confront of God and Barbalu, with the angels calling them father and mother. Yesh, Barbalu, and their trillions of children meandered through the shadow of space seeking out a place to live until the angels found one of the measurements made by Yesh of the awesome development, and as the place was a little multiverse with 7 parallel measurements, they recommended that their guardians live there, and Yesh and Barbalu concurred. God and Barbalu named that paradise. After they began to occupy heaven, God started to organize the troops of paradise to preserve order within the universe. God at that point organized the blessed messengers by chains of command, that's, celestial castes, with Lucifer at first being set as a cherubim, but due to his extraordinary power, God advanced him to genuine archangel, clearing out him as a supporter of the cherubim, with 6 other angels being supporters of other castes. God named each angel with a particular title, like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Riel, Jophiel, Helel, and Satan. Lucifer was the most excellent of the wonderful creatures. His qualities were such that he was surpassed by the sin of pride. His unbridled presumption made him think he was breaking even with God and driving a resistance against the Maker. To carry out his arrangement, the fiendish blessed messenger concocted a paradox to persuade other blessed messengers, and the father of lies was joined by a third of the radiant creatures who possessed the sky. Lucifer's undermined substances battled against Michael's, and the world shook amid this extraordinary fight that chose the destiny of the universe. The celestial host Michael vanquished the rebels, and the devils were cast out of heaven and into hell. Within the most profound portion of the soil, Lucifer and the other horrendous sovereigns worked to degenerate God's work, and owing to his gigantic pride, Lucifer got to be related to the cardinal sin of pride. These evil presences and fallen angels anticipate the days going on before Christ's return, when they will rejoin the Antichrist on the soil and once more fight the strengths of the Maker. Let's see the full explanation of Lucifer. Lucifer was the preeminently fabulous of the brilliant animals. His qualities were such that he was outperformed by the sin of pride. His unbridled assumption made him think he was indeed breaking with God and driving a resistance against the Creator. To carry out his course of action, the savage favored flag-bearer concocted a conundrum to influence other favored flag-bearers, and the father of lilies was joined by a third of the brilliant animals who had the sky. Lucifer's undermined substances fought against Michael's, and the world shook amid this exceptional battle that chose the predetermination of the universe. The firmament of lead had Michael vanquished the rebels, and the fallen angels were cast out of paradise and into hell. Inside the most significant parcel of the soil, Lucifer and the other appalling sovereigns worked to worsen God's work. Due to his gigantic pride, Lucifer has to be related to the cardinal sin of pride. These fiendish habitations and fallen favorited delivery people expect the days going on some time after Christ's return, when they will rejoin the Antichrist on the soil and once more battle the qualities of the producer. Lucifer had persuaded the third of all the angels in paradise to revolt, since he felt that he ought to involve a position of royalty similar to that of his maker. Chaim was the primary angel, made by God, and for that reason, he felt similar to all the other angels in paradise. In reality, agreeing with the sacred writings, he was since God had made Lucifer, as he culminates firstborn. In this manner, he continuously told the other angels that he was not made like all the others, but that he continuously existed similar to God. They do not realize that it can happen that God can't ask us for insignificant things, they do not ought to break the rules. To acknowledge the unsatisfactory, it is God who is off base loose chime, persuaded of Lucifer's misleading words, and tired of the burden of their master. A third of the angels of paradise joined the side of the excellent angel, who felt pride in his heart. After the unforgiving words of the fallen angel, hush invaded the kingdom of paradise. For what the compelling angel had said was before long taken after by a dynamic voice, all through paradise, saying, "Who is like God?" From that minute, when the angels full of boldness uncovered themselves requesting magnification, the sky thundered in an unfriendly and ridiculous fight was approximately to start, and you were perfect in all your ways from the day you were made until fiendishness was found in you, said Michael, seeing that the foremost effective seraph in paradise was attempting to turn the brilliant against God, defiant and full of pride. Lucifer challenged Michael with foul words and cursed his maker. Michael, infuriated, needed to assault chime. Be that as it may, it was clear to him that he may not act without first being within the nearness of the most noteworthy. Lucifer arranged a stealthy vindicate that would assure him triumph within the sky, sanctifying himself as God's ruler of the universe. Michael, as a reliable stag and commander of the magnificent, flew to the position of authority of God and told him that the fallen angel was almost to unleash chaos and pulverization within the heavens as on the earth, which he anticipated his word to act upon him, and the evil who deceived the brilliant kingdom God commanded the foremost capable in paradise after Lucifer, the chief heavenly messengers to protect the sky and direct the other angel in the coming fight. The sky obscured to grey, whereas little flashes of light exuding from the angel lit up the ruddy clouds. The battle started with angels against angels, as they debated the command of creation, and the angels, commanded by Lucifer, exceptionally astutely provoked their adversaries to battle with more fervor against them. On the other hand, the capable lead celestial host Michael decided to overcome Lucifer. Indeed, even though his control was not even his. He knew that being on God's side would save him, and with him all of creation. Hence, Michael stood before Lucifer and said to him, looking at him, "Your pride has mowed you down within the starting, when Bel was in favor of his creator. He was the foremost regarded of all, and completely no one challenged him. But Michael was not afraid, and with his sharp voice, his words profoundly injured Lucifer. The pleased angel, full of courage, began the fight, unleashing an incredible fight within the sky. Chime displayed the reasons for the resistance, stowing away behind his evil discourse of adding up to hatred. Since he said that a man might not have more benefits than the angel, Michael reproached him by specifying his maker and told him that it was God who had outright control within the sky and that no one might resist him. In any case, the forceful angel is full of pride, unleashing his fury against him. The fight between the angels had stimulated the fury of Michael, who protected the sky from Lucifer's noxiousness and was sly and cunning enough to go up against the foremost effective of the wonderful hosts. On the other hand, those who upheld Lucifer fell one by one, being cruelly defeated by the other angels, who were not persuaded by Lesbos, guaranteeing the blows and assaults of Lucifer outperform the warrior of God, and in a minute the awesome battle was nearly decided. Since the cleverness of the child of the Aurora was unceasingly unique as well as his enormous power, the skies turned red just like the blood itself. Never seen so much clutter and fiendishness in the heavens since God made all the angels within the sky, rule peace, and arrange. In any case, Lucifer resisted all divine law and was much obliged to his impulses and aspirations, filled with chaos in the kingdom of the most elevated, with the confirmation that he would be the unused lord of the kingdom of paradise. Lucifer's overconfidence mowed him down, and he proceeded to assault Michael with extraordinary outrage, indeed making him withdraw. But God, from his position of royalty, tired of the incredible chaos, because of the resistance of the angel with his extraordinary divine control, made a difference in helping Michael overcome him within the sky. It was said that Lucifer was God's favorite idealized being, excellent and overall all-powerful, and it was genuine, since God was the one who tossed Michael and defeated Bel in the appalling fight. But distant from finishing with him and his perniciousness, he punished him vanquished and full of weakness. Lucifer saw how one by one of his partners were being banished from paradise, until at the conclusion, he listened to a voice say, "For your acts of disobedience, you may be condemned from this minute. You can never return to heaven. You and the angel who supported you may be cast out for all eternity and will be changed into evil spirits," said Michael, who caught his breath, much obliged to God's offer of assistance. Hence, the lead celestial host Michael expelled Lucifer and his escort from the sky and ousted him to soil. In any case, Lucifer's distance from feeling harmed guaranteed that he would work for all endlessness for the destruction of creation and to increment partners to his clan of fiends and clutter.